Hello and welcome back. Today we're gonna start working on our iron farm. Similar with this starter house behind me, we want to build something unique. Now, looking a bit around, I kinda like this tree here and will probably start building around, and I'll probably use this hole here to build my storing slash killing machine. Let's try to do something. But before anything, I would need to reach that top of the tree. So I need to build myself some stairs. Now that we are at the top of the tree, we can actually lay some blocks down and come up with some sort of idea or design. That looks pretty interesting, I'd say. I will probably need some sort of pillar there or something to make it look like it's being sustained. This stair doesn't really help because it's in the way of the tree, but I kind of get an idea on how it's gonna look like, and I like what we started here. So let's carry on. Next thing that we have to work out would be the size of our building. Now, I know for a fact that we will definitely need 3 beds. In order for an iron golem to spawn, you need to have 3 villagers together in order for the game to think that that's a village. So I'm gonna lay my beds down following the same logic or concept that we used for the starter house. We are trying to build from inside out. This is gonna be a wall behind them because I need to encase them. Then I will leave them one space free at the front. So here it's gonna be my wall in between the villagers and the zombie, which we don't have yet. Now this sort of gives me the idea of the width of it. I don't really need to go longer than that. I can if I want to, but I don't really see the point. Now, the tree itself is not that big, and I don't really want to recreate the tree because I like the shape of it and I think it looks pretty nice. I just need to ensure that my tree is proportional with the house. In order for our villagers here to spawn iron golems, they need to feel that they are in danger. They need to enter panic mode. Reason why we have designed or left this gap here in order for the villagers to see the zombie on the other side. They will enter panic mode and they will try to spawn iron golems to defend them. Now, whenever a villager tries to spawn an iron golem, he will firstly check if there is already an iron golem in his area. If there is no iron golem found on a 16 area radius around that villager, he will definitely spawn one for himself because, as we said, he feels in danger. Upon a successful spawn, the golem will appear. If my villager is here, he will spawn a random iron golem anywhere within these dimensions. Now what we want to do is to reduce that spawning area just to the area where we actually need the iron golems to be, because ultimately we want for all the iron golems to be redirected towards our storage slash killing area down there. The production rate of the farm, it all depends on how fast you can move your iron golems away from the villagers. As we said, they will initially scan to check if there is already an iron golem around them. If there it is one, they will wait for another 10 seconds before they run another scan. This being said, we can carry on with a bit more building. Okay, so now that we have encased what we've built so far, as we stand, this is the main spawning area that we will have for our iron golems. We said at the start that iron golems should not spawn on lifts, so we are pretty safe. We don't have to spawn proof all this tree. We'll just need to worry about this platform. The stairs and what I've built there, that's just temporary blocks and we'll have to remove them at the very end. Next thing would be to ensure that all the iron golems that will spawn on my platform will be actually redirected towards down there. How we'll do that? We'll just use water. I'll run outside pretty quick, bring some water and talk more about it. Now that we have a bucket of water, we can start working on the platform. Water will not slip away through the fence. Now we will use fences to redirect the water towards where we want it to be. Luckily, iron golems will still spawn inside a one block of water, as long as underneath this one block of water there is actually something solid, like a full block of oak in our case. As you can see, now the water falls down on this tree, and it's sort of going on the edge of the hole I was planning to go. We could try to redirect that, so let's give it a shot. We have redirected the water to drop on the front, just to avoid that tree. Now, that was successful, but we flooded our stairs. Shouldn't be a big problem, because these stairs are temporary anyway, and we could just get rid of them. But let's see if our line will actually fall into the hole that we wanted. Will I actually enjoy having this stream of water here? Probably yes, it doesn't look that bad. So we'll just keep it as a design and yeah, go ahead with it. My preferred method of transportation for both the villagers and the zombie is gonna be rails. So I'm building a rail track up to the top of the house, which will be lately used to bring in both the zombies and the villagers. Now that we have some tracks in place, our system should be ready. So we can find first our friend zombie. Now I will want to bring the zombie in first, because he will need to be locked in the back of the building. Based on my design, if I bring the villagers first, I will need to build a second access point for my zombie at the back of the building. I could go ahead and throw him in a track, or just let him follow me up to the house. Completely forgot that zombies can't walk above tracks, so we had to remove those. But he is in, and I need to lure him in his place. That was slightly harder than I thought it would be, but we got it. My zombie, it's all locked in. The next thing would be to ensure that my zombie will not disappear, will not despawn. So that's why we will need a name tag. Ensure your name tag is being changed to something else. Doesn't really matter, it can be something random. Take your name tag back and slap it on the zombie. I would actually wait here and ensure he's not gonna like die from these windows before I waste my name tag. It's daylight soon. We'll wait for that and ensure he doesn't take any damage from the sunlight. It's daytime and my zombie looks like he's happy. So I'll go ahead and use the name tag on him. There you go. Now he won't despawn, so I can bring in the rest of my villagers. If you want to make your life even easier, wait for the nighttime. When I'll bring my villagers up there, they will naturally look for a bed to sleep in, and I'll ensure they won't run away from my base. So let's do that. Okay, it's night now, so my villagers can now move toward their new permanent home. In order to keep things even easier, I've just thrown down 3 minecarts and pushed my villagers inside them. Now you could add power rails underneath your rails track and do it that way, or the easiest way for our stairs here would be to just manually push the minecarts up. Very important trick, which I forgot, is to block the zombie's view until you have all the 3 villagers in place. For the iron farm to work, your villagers will need to have been slept at least once in their beds. And that's all. That's our 3 friends inside our small house. This is gonna be their permanent house going forward, and I hope they'll enjoy it. The last thing that we have to do, check if the farm is actually working, would be to break the blocks that are stopping the villagers from seeing the zombie. And you shouldn't do that. Now my villagers should enter in panic mode. One of them should try to spawn an iron golem anytime soon. And there we have it. That was even faster than we thought. The last thing that we will have to do is work on our killing and storing system, which we agreed that is gonna be down here. I'll remove the stairs for now because we will need a clear path from this edge here towards the hole we were talking about earlier. Now, with the steps away, we can build on the next phase, which would be to build a square underneath the line where the iron golems will drop. I don't have a sponge, so I will use normal blocks to remove the water, just like that. We now have our frame ready. The next thing would be to add the signs that will keep the lava. While we're here, we'll actually take our lava buckets as well. Very important. You need to ensure that there is a sign on every single block above you. You don't want that lava to fall down. And the next step would be to dig ourselves a way out from this pit hole. Just like that. And we are out. That's gonna be and remain our access point, at least for now. Before we go ahead with the lava, I want to release the water stream. If you remember, we are planning to use water to guide the iron golems down, so let's see how that works. The good news is that the iron farm is actually working. Look at all them iron golems there. That's impressive, but the water stream, it's not helping. I can't build up my killing machine because of the water. The water stream is too long and it shouldn't come outside from my platform. But that's an easy fix. As we needed the water stream to stop on this edge, we've just extended our platform by 2 blocks. One was added here and one on the other end. Now it's fine. My water stops right where it needs to be. Otherwise, all my lava down there will turn into obsidian. You may wonder what's with all these iron golems wandering around. That's easy. They spawned. That was luck. That was pure luck. Anyway, they spawned on my temporary blocks up there and they found their way down afterwards. Don't worry, all them blocks will be removed eventually. If you want to keep your temporary blocks there, as in you want to keep an access point to your house, then you will need to make sure that you spawn proof them first. Otherwise, your iron golems will just wander around your base. On our example here, this iron golems doesn't really affect my farm. Well, I tried. Is he still angry? Oh yes, he's definitely still angry. Oh, not good. Hello. Manual iron farm. Don't do this, people. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm a chicken. I'm definitely a chicken. Yeah! As we were saying, in our case here, if there is any iron golems wandering around your base, it's not gonna affect your production rate, because they are too far away from the villagers. The last 2 steps for our project today would be to finish our storage system and make the whole building appealing. It definitely needs improvement. Whoa. There you go, production. The last thing that has to be explained on this iron farm, it's the collection system. First layer will be our signs that are keeping the lava on top. The second one would be our slabs, which have to be placed on the bottom half of your block. Don't go there because they won't connect with your hoppers. Line will be your signs, then a bottom half slab, and then our hoppers, which are connected to this chest. You need to make sure that your hoppers are all connected in between them. My first hopper here is connected to the chest, while the rest of the hoppers are connected to this one, just like this. It doesn't really matter the order you connect them, as long as they are definitely connected one into another. And that will do. Now our production can start. The last thing for today would be to make this building appealing. It definitely works, and that's the main thing, but we are in Minecraft, so things have to be unique and beautiful, so let's carry on that. I've started decorating with some leaves. I want to make my house or my tree house as being part of the tree. That's the whole point of a tree house, right? So I think adding leaves, it's quite essential. Now, make sure if you're adding more oak logs to spawn proof them, like I did with that carpet. You don't want iron golems to spawn randomly around your tree. Looks decent. Let's carry on. The next phase would be to add some berries and lanterns. I think they look pretty nice. I used some chain to hang the lanterns off the tree. It gives a more realistic design, let's say. And the production. Looks decent. I also added some veins. They will definitely extend in time, and I think it will look nice when they actually gonna start hanging off the tree. Let's carry on. I've also added some fire cams to my lava pit. To be honest, half of me thinks it's too dramatic, but we'll leave it as it is for now. It adds more detail to the whole thing. As one last touch, I've bone mealed the grass around it, just to give it more detail. Also, the vines around started to grow and hanging off the tree, which looks awesome. This will conclude our project for today. I hope you like it. It's a functional farm and it gave me some great results. In the 2 hours that I've spent working on this house, it generated around 5 and a bit stacks, which is decent. It's more than I need anyway. The final result. Let me know in the comments what do you think. Would you build it differently? And if you have found this tutorial useful. Thanks and see you on the next one.